Okay, Mr. Jones. Step six is a big one, and it's important, and it could change actually the quality of your life. Uh, there's a couple of things uh, that we're going to have to overcome, and this is the part that everybody likes best, because step six is building long-term security and income and savings. So. Uh, Now, there are a couple of elements that I said you will have to overcome. I call them financial battles. Uh, and here it's important, these are important concepts. Uh, you're going to have to overcome basically the inflation rate and the tax battle. And if you're not careful with the tax situation, of course, that can hurt you. So let's talk about inflation first. Have you ever heard of the Rule of 72? No? Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm going to explain how that works, and I'm going to use this little chart, and I've got the book here to show you how that works in a Rule of 72. I'm going to use an example of a guy who's age 29, and he has $10,000 to invest, and he can invest it at a 4% rate of return. And the way that the rule of 72 works is that if you take the the rate of return, in this case the 4%, and divide it into the 72, and I would be showing this on a pad, 4 into 72 is 18 years. What that means is that money will actually double in 18 years. So again, it's the inflation rate or the return on investment rate, the 4% in this case, divided into 72 is 18 years. 18 years is the time frame that it takes money to double. So let's look at this 29-year-old. He takes the $10,000 and he earns 4%. And when he gets to age 47, and I've got the book here, he gets to age 47, his 10,000 has doubled to 20,000. Another 18 years goes by, and he is age 65. At age 65, the 20,000 again has doubled. Remember the rule of 72, and it's now worth $40,000. By the way, I've got my hand covered up over the rates of return for 12%. Uh, Now, what happens? Um, what happens if he could get a higher rate of return? Let's say that he could get a 12% return. Um, uh, and I've got my hands over the book. What do you think that rate would be if he could get a 12% rate of return? Are you guessing about three times as much, 120,000? You're in for surprise here because don't forget the rule of 72. We get a 12% return into 72, and money doubles it every 6 years. Believe it or not, that individual has accumulated, and I'm showing it in the book here, $640,000 versus the $40,000 that he had originally. A $600,000 different. Isn't that amazing? It's not because he had more time. It's not because he had more money. It's just that he was able to get a higher rate of return. So that is the $64 question is how do we get a higher rate of return that has that kind of income? So now let's assume also that you could change the quality of your life with that kind of rate of return. Am I right in saying that? So, as I said, the $1 million question is how can you do that? Actually, there are three different strategies, and I'm going to put them on a piece of paper. It's the fixed rate, the market rate, and the indexed, and I'm going to explain how each of those works. Uh, and I'm explaining the Standard and Poor's 500. Uh, and have you heard of the Standard and Poor's 500? Yeah, that's right. It's composed of most of the major companies and that have been around. The Standard and Poor's has averaged more than about 10% over the last 25 years. Um, I'm going to draw this on a piece of paper, and I'm going to explain how the fixed rate works, how you get a low rate of return, the market, you got the ups and downs of the marketplace, the indexed annuity, how you keep your money, and then I'm going to go into that chart that goes through the chart with the monies invested, the $10,000 invested, and the individual who does market investing goes up 10% a year. He gets 11,000, then 11,100, and that's regular market investing. Then indexed, but then the market goes down to 9,700, down to 7,900,000. And then the indexed investing, where he does not, he keeps his $11,000 or his 12,100, and then goes on from there. He doesn't decline, and then when the market goes back up, he gets the increase. So that's an example of how that works. You're with indexed investing. You keep your gains. You don't lose. When the market recovers, so having kept your gains, you build the market rate on top of that, and I would explain that in the chart. Hopefully that'll suffice. Stop.